Hi there, my name is Marco Panunzio from Panunzio Drainage, and we're going to be installing a backwater valve and sump pump in an older home inside the city of Windsor. And we're now going to be putting a camera inside the sewer line. You can see there's a stack here and there's a clean out at the base of the stack. We're going to be checking the sewer line to make sure that there's no broken pipes on the sewer line, and also at the same time we're going to be determining the location of where the backwater valve is going to be installed. Now we can see over here on the monitor, okay, we're going to start pushing in. Presently, we're inside cast iron pipe.
And what are you looking for right now?
Right now, we're just double checking to make sure there's no broken pipes, and also determine where we're going to put the location of the valve. We want to make sure that all the plumbing fixtures inside the house are protected from the valve so no sewer backups happen. You can see right there, pull back, stop. Right there, you can see there's one Y, plumbing Y right there, so we want to make sure we're ahead of that when we install the backwater valve. Keep pushing.
And why is that?
Because if not, you're not protecting that section of the drain from being backed up. Right now, we're right at the main sewer, and this is where it's made out of brick. It's hard to see right now because the water's running from upstairs. Back up just a little bit. You can see on the sides there, this is inside of a brick main sewer. We'll now be coming back. Excuse me. Come back to the location of where we gotta locate for the backwater valve. All right, we found the location of where we want to install the valve. It's in front of all the plumbing fixtures, and it's also important before you break the floor, you want to make sure you know where you're breaking the floor, especially on a basement that's you have fully finished flooring, so you want to minimize the damage as much as possible. This is the backwater valve that we're going to be installing. It's a model FR4. There's different types of backwater valves out there. It has to be an open full port. And basically it's something you should be discussing with the contractor that's doing the work and see what the pros and cons are and which one suits your needs the best. You can see now the valve is in place, and the clean out, there's a clean out installed in front because this valve doesn't have a clean out built into it, and you can see the mechanical couplings on either side to make a proper and good seal so no water escapes from the pipe.
What's the clean out, Marco?
The clean out's for if you ever need access, wherever you come into the building, the code states you have to have a clean out. Because this is at the front wall of the house, we're putting a clean out, so also if you ever have to service the line, you have an accessible point to get into it and clean it from there.
Cast iron both sides?
Yes.
It's important to get a permit because if you're altering a drainage system within your house, there are regulations regarding the types of valves that are installed to prevent backflow. If someone installs the wrong valve in the wrong place, it won't work correctly.
How does someone access a permit? They just have to come to City Hall?
Yes, a permit for interior renovation or an alteration to a plumbing system is not difficult to obtain.
You just go to City Hall?
Yes, go to the 4th floor and they will take care of you. The City of Windsor has a basement flooding protection subsidy program. It's a very good program. The city contributes towards the installation. One of the requirements is that a permit is purchased and inspections are done prior to covering. So long as the building has a basement and so long as the owner of the building lives within the city limits, the house would qualify for some form of subsidy. Any house built prior to 1992 would most likely qualify to have a sump pump installed along with a backwater valve. Any house built after 1992 most likely qualifies for a backwater valve and an overflow piping system, because any house built after 1992 already has a sump pump installed. The City of Windsor will reimburse for the installation if it goes through the subsidy program for 80% of the cost of the backwater valve, up to a maximum of $1,000. And also, if there is a sump pump installed, if the building qualifies, the City of Windsor will reimburse the installation of the sump pump 80%, up to a maximum of $1,750. Sometimes homeowners become discouraged if they've done all this work on their property and they still experience a flooding issue. There's always something that you can do to protect your house from flooding. If you're still experiencing flooding, it's most likely the water's getting back to your house through the old existing storm sewer that is underground. So the important thing to do then is to just find the problem by cameraing, locate the problem, and then it can be fixed.
This is the housing that we're putting on top of the valve. This goes flush with the floor, and the purpose of it is if you ever need access to the valve, or if you want to look at it to see if it's working, you've got an access point that you can see it, and if you ever need to maintain it or do any maintenance to it, you've got a place to do it, and you don't have to re-break the floor in order to do it.
So we're almost finished, Marco. Can you just quickly run over what's been done here and what you have left to do?
Well, right now we've installed the backwater valve. You can see there's a clean out in front, backwater valve with the housing there on the floor, and that's pretty much it. We've done everything we were going to do, and now the only thing we have left to do is to put the cement back on the floor, and that's it.